welcome to the last episode of the year of Fintech Firebrand. I'm the founder of Firebrand Research, Virginie O'Shea, and I'm here to chat to you about all things FinReg and FinTech. I'm going to have a slightly different tack this month's episode and talk about some of the predictions and roundup of the year for you for the next 12 months and beyond in terms of FinReg and FinTech developments. And my first discussion topic is obviously going to be around post-trade technology and how much attention we've received in that space throughout the whole of 2021. We've had politicians, we've had front page press talking about post-trade technology developments, and in the US, T+1 settlement as part of the Robin Hood discussions around GameStop and the like. So certainly it's been a big topic for the year. We've had much progress. In fact, this month, Gary Gensler from the SEC, during one of his hearings, confirmed that T+1 is on the SEC agenda. They're going to be pushing ahead with it, and we can expect much more progress on that in 2022. This month, we've also received the roundup from the working group that's led by DTCC and some of the industry associations about how to prepare for T+1. So a lot of groundwork has gone in. We can expect much more discussion across the globe, Europe and Asia as well, on this topic throughout 2022. So look out for that. And the second big topic, well, of course, it's going to be cloud. Cloud technology and developments around cloud have been a real buzzword throughout 2021. We've seen some high-profile partnerships launched, NASDAQ and also CME with Google, NASDAQ with AWS. We've also seen the partnership launched with Goldman Sachs and AWS for their marketplace. And certainly there's a lot of movement, a lot of discussion around the challenges and the opportunities of moving to cloud. Now, nearly everybody knows the benefits of cloud, the scalability, the potential reduction in cost over time, and the removal of some of the capital expenditure and more to operational expenditure. So certainly there's a lot of different angles in the cloud debate, but another area that we've seen developments around is the finreg related to cloud. At the European Commission level, the European Parliament level, we've seen new guidelines be debated and discussed within that sphere, and in fact they were published mid-year. And we now have them in the final stages of being approved, and we expect them to come into force next year. And in early 2023, there'll be some investigations around the application of those guidelines in the wider financial services sphere. But throughout next year, we'll see some discussion between ESMA likely and some of the market infrastructures and utilities out there. So certainly cloud is going to continue to be a big topic. It fits nicely into the topic of operational resilience as well, and that will lead me to my next prediction. And that next prediction is related to cybersecurity. Again, been a very hot topic this year. In fact, I chaired some discussions on it at Cybos, and I listened to many discussions on it throughout the year in various spheres, whether it's chief information security officers talking, or for that matter, people that are working in banks that are educating themselves about the cyber risks we all face as an industry. Now, it's been a topic of concern for quite some time. Regulators, as you know, have put out the Digital Operational Resilience Act in Europe. We've had a lot of discussion at the regulatory level in the US and throughout some of the Asian markets as well. The Monetary Authority of Singapore, HKMA in Hong Kong. There's been a huge amount of discussion about cybersecurity and the big game hunting that we've seen going on out there. Now, I predict in the next year we're going to see much more focus on this. Shocker. Those risks have not gone away. They've risen in prominence. We've seen many more attacks. We've seen ransomware as a service developing. We've seen many more sophisticated and organised crime units engaged in targeting large market infrastructures, and we expect to see many more, unfortunately, throughout the next year. So there'll be a lot of focus, a lot of pressure on firms to assess their cybersecurity basics. Obviously, there are some interesting developments with regards to insider threats as well. So certainly expect many more headlines. And on the unfortunate and the fortunate side, we'll see some positive movements, hopefully, and as a result of regulatory change and obviously the industry focus on this. But we may see some more attacks going on throughout the next year. Now, surprise, surprise, this is not my favourite topic, but it certainly has been a popular topic in the press and across the industry throughout the year. Cryptocurrencies, crypto assets, they're also another area of real development and change. We've got the Markets in Crypto Assets Act coming in. The MiFID for crypto assets has been going through the process of being approved at the European level. Over here, we've had a lot of discussion and arguments, for that matter, in the US throughout the year between the SEC, the CFTC, the OCC. Nearly every regulator's got in on the act about who should be responsible for policing cryptocurrencies and crypto assets. And there's been a lot of discussion at the central bank level about stablecoins. Now, I don't expect any of this to go away. Hopefully NFTs will go away, because I really don't like those. I don't quite understand the point of them. But I must say there's a lot of positive discussions and interesting things going on within the crypto sphere. I think we're almost sick to death of it from writing about it from our perspective at Firebrand, but certainly I think there's a lot of interesting developments for Posttrade as well with regards to the new requirements under MiCA for crypto custodians, and that will set the baseline for a lot of progress by giving firms guidelines and reassurance that is a regulated sector, and approvals and authorization processes will be brought in. Now, I don't expect that to happen next year. We're predicting that it's going to take a couple of years for MiCA to make its way through the standard European process. God knows in the US there's certainly been relatively slow progress thus far, but I imagine it will get its act together in 2022 as well. So that's another hot topic for next year. And probably the last topic I'm going to share for this particular episode is related to fintech mergers and acquisitions. Now, we've seen some huge mergers this year. We've seen lots of acquisitions from across the spectrum. We expect to see many more of those. From the large side, there may be some more constraints on firms with regards to competitive analysis and obviously having to divest of certain assets to be able to merge. Perhaps we'll even see some demergers throughout the year. So we expect some interesting developments there, maybe some more spin-offs in the manner of Ostra, as we saw within the post-trade sphere, markets, assets, and also those that were bought and acquired as part of the ICAP Next acquisition by CME. So we'll see maybe some more progress in that kind of arena. We may also see, we are going to see a lot more acquisitions of smaller vendors by larger vendors. And let's face it, it's a really tough market to be in at the moment with regards to being a very small vendor in this realm. We're seeing sales cycles are very slow. We're seeing a lot of challenges due to a big focus on operational resilience, particularly for vendors that are targeting themselves at mission critical areas, such as operational processing or risk management, for example. So we expect many more mergers to be happening throughout the year, some interesting ones hopefully, and we'll keep our eyes on those and be bringing them to you as we go. A different final thought for you. It's my turn to say season's greetings, Merry Christmas. I hope you have a great rest of your year and a really good break, because I think after this year we all need it, given the resurgence of the virus. Hopefully everybody is going to keep safe and happy and secure in their homes with their families. So I will see you all in 2022.